Most people eat protein every day, but never actually lose the fat they want. You are working hard, hitting your macros, yet the results feel frustratingly slow and unclear. Here is what nobody talks about. Not all protein works the same way inside your body. The protein you choose either accelerates your fat loss or quietly works against your goals. Stay with me, because this changes everything you thought you knew about protein and fat loss. We need to start with something most people completely ignore when choosing their daily protein sources. Bioavailability is how much protein your body actually absorbs and uses from what you eat. You could eat 200 grams of protein daily and still be running on empty inside. A study found animal protein absorbs at around 92% versus plant protein at 80%. That 12% gap adds up significantly over weeks and months of consistent eating every day. But here is what most people get completely wrong about plant protein and its absorption rate. When plant protein gets processed into powder form, its bioavailability actually improves quite dramatically and surprisingly. Pea protein powder came in at 94% bioavailability, nearly identical to regular whey protein overall. Goat whey protein reached 96%, making it one of the most absorbable proteins available anywhere. So your body can absorb pea protein powder almost as efficiently as premium animal protein sources. Write this down. Bioavailability first. Taste second. Price third when choosing your daily protein source always. Now here is the part that will genuinely change how you think about hunger and eating. You have probably heard of Ozempic and how it controls hunger through something called GLP-1 receptors. GLP-1 is a natural hormone your body produces that directly controls your appetite and blood sugar. Here is what nobody talks about. Certain proteins trigger your own natural GLP-1 response every time. The right protein can suppress your hunger the exact same way those expensive medications actually do. A study in the journal Metabolites found specific amino acids that strongly trigger this GLP-1 response naturally. Leucine, isoleucine, valine, methionine, and glutamine were the top GLP-1 stimulators identified across all studies reviewed. But glutamine stood out as the single most powerful hunger-suppressing amino acid discovered in that research. And the proteins highest in glutamine are whey, casein, and regular dairy-based proteins across the board. Most people get this completely wrong. They buy expensive appetite supplements when their protein choice does everything. Casein protein specifically keeps you full for hours because it digests incredibly slowly inside your stomach. This next part is the most important. Casein forms a gel in your stomach while digesting. That slow gel digestion means sustained fullness, fewer cravings, and dramatically lower total calorie intake daily. If late-night hunger is your biggest enemy, casein protein before bed is your solution tonight. Stay with me because this next section completely changes how you see calories and protein together. The thermic effect of food means your body burns calories just by digesting what you eat. Protein has the highest thermic effect of any macronutrient, burning 20 to 35% of its calories. Eat 100 calories of protein and your body burns up to 35 of those calories digesting it. You are literally getting a metabolic boost just by choosing protein over carbs or fat consistently. A study in clinical nutrition compared whey and casein and measured their total thermogenic output carefully. Whey protein produced a significantly higher thermic effect than casein, making it the superior fat-burning option. But here is the surprising part that almost nobody in the fitness world actually talks about. Eating a larger serving of protein increases the thermic effect even further beyond the standard percentage rate. A 50-gram shake burns noticeably more calories during digestion than a standard 25-gram shake does. So that extra half scoop is not just more protein. It is actually a smarter metabolic investment. You consume slightly more calories, but your body burns more, stays fuller, and builds more muscle simultaneously. This is why whey protein keeps appearing at the top of every single fat loss category measured. Now let us talk about muscle, because this is where fat loss truly compounds over long periods. Every pound of muscle on your body burns extra calories even while you are completely resting quietly. Building more muscle means your metabolism runs faster every single hour of every single day automatically. So the protein that builds the most muscle indirectly becomes the most powerful fat burner available. A systematic review in the journal Nutrients compared animal and plant protein across 16 high-quality studies carefully. Animal protein showed a statistically significant advantage in building lean body mass across all participants studied. The reason comes down to essential amino acids, the ones your body cannot produce on its own. Animal proteins contain a complete profile of all essential amino acids your muscles need to grow properly. Most plant proteins are missing or critically low in one or more of these essential amino acids. Here is what nobody talks about. BCAAs start muscle building, but essential amino acids actually sustain it fully. Think of BCAAs as flipping a light switch, and essential amino acids as fueling the entire fire. Whey protein leads every category here because it carries the richest essential amino acid profile available anywhere. But whole food sources matter just as much and should never be replaced by supplements alone ever. Lean chicken and turkey are among the very best whole food protein sources for real muscle building. White fish, especially cod, goes even further with something truly unique that most people completely overlook daily. This next part is the most important thing about white fish that almost nobody ever mentions publicly. Research shows cod may have unique properties that directly support fat oxidation inside your body consistently. Fat oxidation simply means your body is using stored body fat as its primary fuel source actively. That is literally what fat loss is. Your body breaking down stored fat and burning it efficiently. Serious bodybuilders and competitive athletes rely heavily on white fish, specifically during their final cutting phases always. When they need to drop that last stubborn layer of fat, white fish becomes a true staple. Adding white fish 2 to 3 times weekly could genuinely accelerate your fat loss results noticeably faster. Now let us talk about cottage cheese, because this underrated food deserves far more attention than it gets. Most people walk past cottage cheese every week without realizing it is one of the best fat loss foods. It is extremely high in casein protein, meaning it digests slowly and keeps you genuinely full longer. 1 cup before bed elevates your amino acid levels all night and eliminates late-night hunger completely. It combines real food nutrition with the power of casein protein in one simple, affordable daily choice. Write this down. Cottage cheese, white fish, whey, and casein are your 4 most powerful fat loss proteins. But understanding which protein to eat is honestly only half of the complete equation you truly need. Timing and consistency are what separate people who get results from people who stay stuck indefinitely always. Spreading your protein evenly across multiple meals is far more effective than loading it all at night. Research clearly shows that 30 to 50 grams per meal maximizes muscle protein synthesis throughout the full day. Front-loading protein in the morning reduces cravings, improves energy, and sets up your entire day for success. People who eat high-protein breakfasts consistently end up eating meaningfully fewer total calories throughout the rest of the day. That automatic calorie reduction is one of the most powerful and effortless fat loss advantages you can create. Use whey protein during the day for fast absorption and casein at night for slow, steady recovery. This combination keeps muscles fueled, hunger completely controlled, and your fat burning working at its absolute peak always. Here is what nobody talks about when it comes to making your entire protein strategy actually work properly. Dehydration causes your body to struggle absorbing and metabolizing the protein you carefully eat every single day. Enzymes that break down protein work best when your body is consistently and properly hydrated throughout daily. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces of clean water every single day, without exception. And if your sleep is poor, Even the best protein strategy in the world will not fully work. Poor sleep raises cortisol, breaks down muscle, and actively promotes fat storage regardless of your perfect diet. Casein before bed helps, but it works best alongside 7 to 9 hours of genuine quality sleep nightly. Most people count macros and hope for results without ever understanding the real science behind their choices. But you are now operating at a completely different level than the average person eating randomly every day. You know pea protein powder rivals whey in absorption and completely destroys the old plant protein stigma forever. You know casein suppresses hunger like a natural GLP-1 response, without any expensive medication or supplement needed. You know whitefish actively supports fat oxidation during those final frustrating weeks of stubborn fat loss. You know timing, hydration, and sleep are the invisible multipliers that make your entire protein strategy actually work. This is not